What's up guys, Rich the Fish here back with another video for you guys. Today I'm taking a personality test to see what I'm like and just to open up a bit more to you guys so you guys know what I'm like as well. Okay, so this is on the website called 16 Personalities. I'll leave a link to it in the description in case you guys want to take the test for yourself. So the first point is that it's fast and easy, so it should take less than 12 minutes, it says. They say to be yourself, so you should answer honestly even if you don't like the answer. And you should try and complete it all, so don't leave any neutral answers. So you've got these strong agrees, strong disagrees, and you've got neutral, so try not to pick the grey one. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. I would say I do. Like, I am quite a social person. I do like to sort of be where the action is. But then there are definitely like other times where I could easily just as well just be in the corner and just not do much, to be honest. I think it really depends on the crowd. So I would say I mostly agree. Not totally, but I would say I mostly agree. Okay. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. The thing with this one is, I do this, but they're not necessarily unrealistic. So sometimes I have this thing where I'm like, I just think about if I'm on YouTube and I end up getting like I really end up going somewhere and like doing something amazing. I can meet all these like other cool YouTubers and celebrities, which, if you think about it, isn't unrealistic, because if I put in the work, right, eventually I'll get there. So I feel like they're not really unrealistic, but I do spend time exploring those kind of ideas. So I think I'd go the same again. I think I'd go mostly agree, not totally agree. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. I don't really make travel plans myself, so I'm gonna have to say sort of like on the disagree side, because I don't really make travel plans anyway. Okay. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Alright, let's go on to the next question. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. If a family member is sad about something, I think my first instinct would be to try and solve the problem, because when it's within family, I think you've got a bit more control over it. So I think, but yeah, if it's a friend, then yeah, I agree. I would try and support them emotionally, yeah. People can rarely upset you. I'm a fairly emotional person, which I think is a good thing. I'm like quite sensitive, and I think I'm fine to show that I'm upset, or you know, I'm fine to just show emotion in general. With friends, I think they can upset me, but the thing is I just don't show it, which is kind of wrong. I guess I should show it, but I think that's wrong. I think no, people can upset me. I just don't really show it, so I'm gonna go for the like partially disagree. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Absolutely not. No way. I am perfectly fine to start conversations. If you guys meet me or know me anyways, I will be perfectly happy to start a conversation. I'm totally fine with that. No problem at all. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. I would say that most of the time though, yeah, I do make sure I get back as soon as possible, yeah. You rarely worry if you made a good impression of someone you met. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go here for that. Obviously, I'll just be myself, but sometimes I worry that myself isn't the best thing for other people, which is not really a good thing to think, but I guess, I mean, they said be honest, so I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I do worry, yeah. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Yeah, I do kind of rely on like a crowd, friends, family, I just rely on someone. Alright, you're more of a detail-oriented person than a big picture person. If I'm editing a video, for example, yes, I'll make sure I get every little detail. I'll cut literally every bit that doesn't need to be in there. I'll go for mostly agree, but not totally agree. You're very affectionate with people you care about. I'm gonna have to only go slightly agree, because I care about my family and I'm affectionate with them. But I also care about my friends, but I'm not like totally affectionate with them. I mean, obviously I care about them and I'll show emotion in front of them and stuff, but I wouldn't be affectionate per se. So I'm gonna go for slightly agree on that. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. Next question. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. I wouldn't say I'm bothered by them. I mean, I definitely remember them because I've learned from them, and now I won't make those mistakes in the future. I'm gonna have to go slightly agree. I know I've gone slightly agree for a lot of these, but I'm gonna have to go slightly agree. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from no, not at all, not at all. I love being where the action is. I love being around people, definitely. That's totally untrue. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. I would say logic is a big part of making decisions in life. I think emotions are the basis for logic, so therefore I'm gonna go for mostly disagree on that one. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalogue. Yeah, of course. Like, I go on Netflix literally for half the time. Yeah, I just look through Netflix to see what's good, unless I'm already watching a show. Yeah, totally. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. I know they said not to do this, but I'm gonna go for neutral. If it's pressure to, do well in a test, for example, then yeah, I mean, sometimes I get a bit stressed. If it's pressure to, just go out and talk to new people, then, I mean, I'm just totally calm because I can easily do that. So, gonna go bang in the middle with neutral. When in a group of people you don't know, you have no problem jumping right into the conversation. Totally, I can easily do that. I'm totally fine with that. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Dreams tend to be kind of weird sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna go for mostly agree. In your opinion, it's sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. For your own personal gain, sometimes just not focus on other people and just focus on yourself, then I think that's okay. Literally, like, stepping on others, just completely putting their opinions and their views out of the way. I mean, that's definitely not me. So I'm gonna have to say like a mostly disagree for that one. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. Well, I would mostly agree with that. When I need to be focused, I definitely can be focused. I think sometimes when other plans tend to, come into play, then I do maybe sort of lose focus on the thing I'm meant to be focusing on. But I think most of the time, yeah, I do focus on my goals. So I would say yes most of the time. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. If I make a mistake, then I'll be like, I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't study hard enough for that test, or wouldn't just doubt everything about myself. So I'm gonna have to fully disagree on that. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Sometimes, yeah, I do like to just talk to the people I know, but otherwise, I mean, I'm totally comfortable. I can go up to pretty much anyone and just strike up a conversation. I'm alright with that. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it becomes philosophical. I would say, yeah, I slightly disagree because I'm guilty of it as well. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. If I'm really genuinely upset by something and I'm surrounded by people that care about me, I'm totally fine to cry. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. But I like being where the action is. So yeah, I mostly agree. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Yes, 100%. I love doing this. I love watching those videos on YouTube that are like, what's the world going to be like in the 22nd century, or what if humans just suddenly wiped out? I love those. I love those kind of videos. Yeah, 100%. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. I would literally say neutral. I would consider the reasons why I personally would want to make that change and how that change could have an impact on, other things in my life. So, yeah, I guess neutral for that one. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something you cannot see, touch, or experience. I'd like to maybe, just think about it or talk about it occasionally, but yeah, no, I don't think I could dedicate my life to it, so I'm gonna have to go mostly disagree there. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Revenge isn't really a word in my Lexis. I totally would rather just forgive someone and move on. Totally. You often make decisions on a whim. I'm gonna go for mostly disagree. Sometimes I do, but I mean mostly it's a sort of calculated, measured decision.